Hey guys, how's your night going? Testing 1, 2, 3. What's going on, folks? Kind of just a chilled out stream tonight. Gonna be drawing stuff and having the AI overlords interpret it. Not Comfy UI, no, not tonight. This is called Touch Designer, and it's a lot of fun once you get over the learning curve. It's like not AI Comfy UI. No, it's not Comfy UI. It's something slightly different. See, it's like it's a diffusion model that plays around with what I'm drawing. Make it realistic, you say. How should I make it realistic, my friend? How does it know to make a skull shape? Good question. Tooth for a tooth. It knows to make a skull because I've prompted the diffusion model to do so, kind of as an overarching theme to my drawing. I could make it anything else though, as long as I type it in the box. So for example, if I do something like realistic flowers and hit enter, well, get realistic flowers. Or at least a theme of realistic flowers. You can also adjust how much or how little you want your drawing to influence the work, which is really, really cool. This music a little too frenetic. Let's do a soft lo-fi. Delio, let's do that. So let's play more with the colors. Let's go real colorful here. Some blues. Also, folks, if anyone's watching on YouTube, I'm not as diligent about answering or responding to your comments over there. This is all still a work in progress for me. But let me go ahead and see if I can pull up some of the comment section for YouTube so that I don't lose your interest. Let's see here. And if the music's too loud also, please let me know. I'm playing with the levels right now, so... Oh my god, that's cool. How can I learn this? Yeah, it's kind of just a process of trial and error. I've been following some, like... I've been seeing what other people have been doing, like on YouTube and stuff with Touch Designer. There's so much you can do with Touch Designer. And just kind of a process of trial and error, getting it to sort of do what you see here. Oh look, we have the haters. Hello, I love you. People are so bitter about AI, it's really funny. Music may be down a tad. Good to hear. Thank you. Let me do that right now. Audio input, audio input. Okay. That should be a little better. If not, please let me know. But, turned it down quite a bit. Let's reset this. Let's have at a different approach here. So I'm gonna go with white, and in fact, let's do this. Let's change the prompt up. So let's get something on the canvas there. Oh, that's really cool already. Look at that. What's the largest bouquet that I have animated? That's a good question. I don't know. How do you quantify the size of any of these? It's all digital. So let's go back to the prompt we had before. Actually, let's play it up a bit. Realistic eyeballs, tentacles, flower elements, floral elements. Macabre, macabre. All right, let's have some fun, shall we? Ooh, I like it already. Yeah, this is going to be a fun one. So we're going to erase that, and let's see what we can't do here. And hopefully soon I'll be able to use my iPad to actually draw the results instead of using my cursor, which would be much preferred. But until then, this is kind of the setup. A little janky, but it's still a lot of fun to watch, I think. Let's play with some more colors, shall we? We'll go with some reds. Fill that in right there. Ooh, I like what's forming. Yes, iPad is definitely the preferred approach here, and there is a way to do it. I'm just waiting for a few cables to arrive in the mail before I can hook it up. You gotta do like a USB to Ethernet type of thing, and gotta do all these different hoops to jump through. But should be fun, should be worth it once it's all up and running. Really excited to play with it. How cool that looks. That's really pretty. Let's go ahead and increase the influence of the AI. Let's bump this up a bit. Ooh, I like that. Really cool. A little bit of that, a little bit of this. That's kind of a good level. A good balance between me and the AI. Hello, Cave. How are you? Interesting. Hey, Tarek. Yeah, Touch Designer is really cool. Am I running SDXL? I think it's 1.5. I think. Dream Shaper. I think. Wait, SDXS. What is the SDXS? I don't know. It's a model that came with Stream Diffusion for Touch Designer. So it's just whatever the default was. Let's make some more lo-fis. We do need some yellow, don't we? So how's everybody's night going? I hope that my stream relaxes you tonight. That's kind of the intention. And SDXL. Not sure what canned means. Bro, how do you make the videos that you post? That is a lot to unpack. I employ various methods to make these videos. Many different tools. Although tonight things are slightly different, as you can see. This is a really fun workflow. I'm having a lot of fun with this. Let's do this. Oh, look at that. Even just a circle is interesting to look at. Go and figure. Compressed, stripped, etc. I see. Okay. I had a hunch that it was just like a compressed type of thing. This is a lot of fun. It'd be cool to have a platform that would allow you to do this collaboratively. Yeah, it would. I'm sure there's a way to collaborate on something like this. I don't see how that wouldn't be possible with a little bit of tinkering and know-how. Kind of outside my knowledge base. I'm still pretty new to Touch Designer, but I know enough about it to at least do this, and it's so fun. I can't wait to get it hooked up to my iPad. That's going to be a blast. But the cursor will have to do for now. Look at how you can control the influence of it. It's so cool. Try running one of your videos as background, then route it through the diffusion. Yeah, I was thinking of piping through some existing video. That could be real. That could be a lot of fun. You could like live paint with another person plus AI. Yeah, absolutely. AI is your painting co-pilot. Try running one of your videos as a BG. Yeah, I want to try and go ahead and... Actually, I don't want to move the workflow around too much here. Well, that's okay. Let's see. So I have a switch here, and if I plug something else into it, because right now one of the things plugged in is my little drawing canvas, but theoretically you could plug anything into this. So let me, whoops. Let's see, video. I'm not, forgive me, I'm super, like, not well versed with all the different nodes here, but is it like video in or something? Video device can capture from an external camera. Video stream in. I can't remember what, if one of you guys can tell me. Just a basic note for loading in a video. I forget what it is. Oh, maybe it's here. Video, no. Video device in, maybe? I don't know. No, not device. I don't really know. SAS chat. Touch designer node for loading in video source. What's it called? Primary node is the movie file in top. Got it. Okay, movie file. Where's movie? There it is. Perfect. Movie file in. Okay. This should be fun. Let's see what this produces. So we're going to load in, not a banana, but in fact, one of my existing videos per the request. Very good request. Is this in loop or is it changing? No, this is not a loop. It's constantly morphing and changing. It's a really cool node in Touch Designer called like Stream Diffusion or something. It's by .simulate. It's really cool. It just constantly like diffuses new results every few seconds. Every few milliseconds, really. Okay, so what video shall I play with? Probably nothing too large, right? Just kind of a modestly sized video that I have. Maybe we'll do one of my crazy... Yeah, let's try this one, actually. Oh, that's going to be kind of funny. Let's see what this does. So we'll do this, we'll do this. Okay. Two. Joyful rolling. Where is it? There it is. So let's play with this one right here. Let's see what we get if I plug this in. Can you do 3 switches? I don't know. Oh boy. Looks like we have something going on here. Oops. Let's see what we got. So this is our video source, and let's play with the... Whoa. MYXR. Thank you very much. I appreciate your message. This is trippy. Look at that. That's cool. That's so funny. Very psychedelic. Oh, and in fact, I could prompt it with anything I wanted, really. So if we do like realistic flowers, for example, it'll change it up pretty dramatically, actually. See? Oh, that's so cool, isn't it? And also, if I do the control net, maybe that'll improve results further. So if I have it all the way down... I don't know if the control net is active right now. Export that to Remix and Sora? Yeah, that would be crazy. That's a great idea. See if I go all the way over, it just becomes flowers. But somewhere around 33 steps is where the coherence of the video starts coming through. And then if you go all the way over, of course, it's just kind of a very distorted version, but the sweet spot is somewhere around here, I would say. Also, I think the reason it's so wobbly and wavy is because of the displaced node. I think if I play with that a bit, then maybe it won't be as wobbly. So what if I bring that to 0? And now... Interesting, yeah, so that's pretty interesting too. Yeah, okay, so that displaced node was causing the mercurial effect. But, ooh, this is so cool. Yeah, check that out. Dude, that's gnarly. Any control net, and I will... I don't think I have the canny control net active right now. I think it's depth. That's an amazing type of art. I really like these psychedelic stuffs. Nice. I'm so glad that you enjoy it, Gregor. Thank you for your comment. This is a lot of fun. Flowers down to freakish capybara monstrosity. And then somewhere in between. Gnarly. Oh, I could play with this for hours. I have no idea what's going on. That's okay. You don't need to. Just vibing along. Kind of capybara-esque. Exactly. And what if I type capybara in the prompt? Capybara. So now it's like capybara on top of capybara. Yes. Sick. Oh, this is too much fun. It's so cool. Really cool. Let's try a different video. Like a flamingo. Good response, I can vibe. Good, as long as you can vibe, then you're in the right place. Are you faded, my guy? No, I'm not faded right now. Hello, gang. Hello, Keller, how are you? There we are. Let me... Why did he move from Psy art to this weird, disgusting kind of art? No hate, just don't know how to define it. Well, because I also consider this to be pretty psychedelic in its own way. Maybe more deliriant than psychedelic, but still pretty fever dreamish, which is always what I've gone for. Stuff that kind of makes you uncomfortable to look at. I kind of just go where my heart takes me, you know, whatever I'm in the mood to make. What's going on here? We are playing with Touch Designer. And we're breaking things apart, as you can see. We're taking videos, painting over them with diffusion models, making them do weird, unpredictable things. such as this. Look at, ooh, that's really cool. Look at that. The prompt for this is realistic plants, depth of field, ornaments. Pretty gnarly. Those flamingos are suspiciously sea monsters. Yes, there's something very sus about them. Pretty freaky deaky indeed. I would have to agree. This is a lot of fun. Touch looks so fun, gotta dive in. Yes, 100%. It's such a rabbit hole. One that I know very little about right now, but at least enough to do weird shit like this. It's a lot of fun. So like, check it out. The further down to step 1 you get, the more it just takes your prompt, and vice versa. The further over you get, brings the original footage through. And again, it's not just about the, it doesn't just have to be video. It can be like your drawings. And so I'm going to come back to my drawing canvas. Going to turn that active, like so. And let's recenter things a bit and have some more fun here. Yeah, and also let me go ahead and turn the displace value back up a bit so there's some animation taking place. And we're looking good. Maybe we'll make this 0.05. There we go. All right. Can you keyframe any parameters? Maybe, I'm not quite sure. You mean like, maybe you'll have to elaborate. I'm not sure. I don't know enough about Touch Designer to answer too many questions in detail, I'm afraid. But I'm taking it really seriously now. I'm starting to really get into Touch Designer finally. And so I'm only going to keep learning more about it. But I imagine the answer to your question is yes, probably, because there's a lot of timeline keyframe stuff in Touch Designer. The way you can adjust the theme really allows for story building. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? 100%. So let's erase this. Let's try something else. Let's bump the brush size up a bit. Ooh, look at that. That's cool. I like that. I'm acutely intrigued by AI videos like this anytime I run into them. Quite neat to see the creation side of this. Yeah, no, it's really a trip, isn't it? It's crazy to see it in action. Do I love India? Good question. I do love India. Again, if I'd like to get started with this kind of art... Oh, I missed your question, man. Sorry. Well, it depends on what you want to do with the AI, what kind of art you want to make. There's a lot of different approaches that you could take. To do what I'm doing specifically, you'd probably want to start with Touch Designer, because that's what this program is called. So just start looking up, tutorials on Touch Designer on YouTube, how to do certain things, particularly with diffusion models like AI and stuff, and how it relates to Touch Designer. I would go down those two different rabbit holes and try and find some common ground there. But this program is called Touch Designer. It's not inherently AI driven or AI based, but this particular thing I'm doing inside of it right now is AI based. So I know it's kind of a lot, but yeah, Touch Designer, that's the name of it. Can you please upload this video after the live? I can, yeah. Let me I believe it already auto archives on my YouTube page. If you head over to my channel, which is at Bennett Waisburn over on YouTube, this should appear in my live tab after the stream concludes. As you can see right here, I've got some previous streams going. including the one we're currently active with. So it should appear here after the stream. So YouTube/ @BennettWaysburn is where you can find me. Oh, thank you, Eldis. I really appreciate your support, man. That's awesome. Where do I get my inspiration from? Good question. The world around me, all kinds of places. During my time online, my time out in the world. It's really actually kind of hard to answer that question, and I get it asked a lot. Where do I get inspiration from? A lot of it kind of just comes from my own messed up imagination, which never takes a break. Now, what I'm doing right now is not exactly that inspirational. I don't know, it depends how you look at it, but in other words, I'm kind of just scribbling around without any forethought, and as you can see, the note on the right is doing a lot of the creativity for me. This is not typical of my drawing process. I do like to draw outside of the whole AI thing, but I'm not putting a whole lot of thought into it right now. Once I get my iPad hooked up, though, I will be attempting to draw something actually pretty sick in conjunction with Touch Designer, so that should be a lot of fun. I mean, this already looks pretty sick, let's be honest, but like, just imagine when it's like not me using a cursor and I'm like actually using a stylus. I think it'll be a lot of fun. This is really cool. Technology is really cool. Check it out. I just took a little red dot and it gave us a little flower bud. That's sick. The possibilities, I couldn't even imagine how one would ever create an application that could produce results like this. Yeah, no kidding. It's crazy where we've come with all of this stuff. It's totally random, the pattern, or do every color you changed have a different theme with each color? Great question. Is it totally random, the pattern? The pattern is informed by the prompt that I've written. You can't really see it. It's kind of off to the side here, but can I drag this over? Maybe not. Well, if I do this, see this thing right here? This is kind of my control panel. It's kind of off screen usually, but there's this box right here that lets me type a prompt in, and that kind of dictates the creative direction on top of what I'm drawing. And it's kind of a combination of that as well as my brush strokes, which produce the results, and also other things like adjusting the step count. When you go up and down with that, it adds more or less emphasis to the thing that you're drawing versus the prompt that you've written. So it's kind of a balancing act between the two. And it's just, there's no silver bullet approach to any of it, you know? It's just kind of a constant process of trial and error and having fun. Am I sober when I make these? Yes, I am very much sober. I love your blog. Oh, thank you. I don't exactly have a blog. Maybe a vlog. I guess that's what this would be, or a stream. Bro, what model do you use before to create alien videos? kind of depends on which video you're talking about. I use a lot of different models and tools. Let's switch up the music a bit here. Let's do soft flamenco guitar. Let's see what that gets us. Cool. Why do you not use Comfy UI? I just install it with Google Collab. I do use Comfy UI quite a bit, actually, but right now I'm just using Touch Designer. They're two distinct applications. They both do actually pretty different things. Touch Designer is really good at like live performances and syncing video with music and stuff, audio reactivity. Comfy is more suited for like actual stable diffusion, creating images and videos, things like that. Thank you, Claus. I really appreciate that. Look at that cool, like, globe that it's made for us. It's interesting. Thanks for showing all this behind the scenes. You are very welcome. I enjoy it deeply. I hope that you guys do too. Are some parts of your videos, example, background, real footage? Do you mean the stuff I put on Instagram lately? I mean, some of it is like based off of real footage loosely, and I kind of just reinterpret a lot of the elements, especially like the subjects in the foreground. But a lot of it is like loosely inspired by real backgrounds, but it's never like an actual one-to-one existing type of background, if that makes sense. Yeah. So, ooh, check that out. It's so fun, again, to play with the slider, because every little notch gives you sometimes a radically different result, different aesthetic. Like, that's really cool right there. That's dreamy, isn't it? Now let's bump the displace up a bit. I'm curious. 0.5 maybe. Ooh. Oh, that's interesting. Now it's like nothing like my drawing, but it's still really cool. Oh, that's really pretty. Okay, let's bring the displace back down to a reasonable place. Oh, you can do X and Y, so maybe I leave the Y value higher and the X down lower. Steps? That's pretty interesting, bro. Well, anyways. Hey, Michael, how's it going? Does the designer program is using live internet to get all the info needed? I don't believe that I'm like requiring the internet inside of Touch Designer right now. All of this was downloaded ahead of time as different models and nodes. But to my knowledge, I don't need an active internet connection to make this happen. Of course, I need it to talk with you here on stream. But as far as all this goes, I don't think it's a requirement after you've downloaded everything. I like how it started showing it as a head. I know, I like how it's kind of periodically becoming head-like or skull-like or something. Pretty neat. Pretty good. Pretty good. Oh, that's a good level. Look at that. And imagine how much fun this must be for someone who like doesn't really have drawing chops, who's like never been good with a pen or a pencil. Like, you don't have to do much to get a really dramatic result, which is like, I think, so encouraging for people who like want to get into the art or the art scene but are like too self-conscious. Like, this is like such a reassuring type of way to reinterpret your work, in my opinion. Have I been to Japan? No, I've always wanted to go to Japan though. I've always wanted to go to Japan. So here we go. Now we're talking. Going in a few months. Nice. I'm jealous, Beerus. What software is this? This is called Touch Designer. Touch Designer. This is kind of cool. Gnarly. Let's give some vague indications of teeth as well. That's really cool. Look at that. That's dope. It's really cool. Let's bring the dial down a bit. Hey, that's pretty cool. Inspiring me to try Touch Designer finally. Yeah, it's a really cool program. I would highly recommend it. I don't know nearly enough about it yet, but just like you, this is like inspiring me too, and I think I'm gonna be diving a lot deeper into Touch Designer after this. Bruh, that app run on local PC, work on Linux, Steven. I would say Touch Designer is probably on Linux. It's a pretty common app at this point. Let me Google it. Touch Designer Linux. Actually, maybe it's not. Let me ask chat. Is Touch Designer on Linux? No, Touch Designer is not natively available on Linux. Oh, okay. Officially supported only on Windows and Mac OS. Good to know. Looks amazing, OMG. How would look like the video you're recording the live drawing, and then you will select what you want to keep? So this is not like a traditional way that I go about making videos. So like, I don't know how I would go about recording it. I mean, I know how to record it, but like, if I wanted to put it on social media, this is more like, I think, better suited for streaming because it's kind of a, like a, what's the word? A real-time diffusion type of art versus pre-recording something. But you definitely could record it. And in fact, I am recording the live. You can watch this on my channel after I conclude the live. It should be on my page, my YouTube page. What's your prompts? Good question. I keep mixing up the prompts. So the one you see right here, at the moment, I have close-up of a disgusting realistic face. And it seems to be listening to me. But if we change this to like realistic flowers, for example, very quickly will it start to turn into something else entirely. Something a little more floral, I would say. See that? That's pretty cool. Really, really cool. Congrats, you inspire me to make videos. Nice. I'm super glad to hear that. I wish you the best of luck with YouTube. It's a great platform for this. It's just responding to a text message. Okay. So yeah, I don't know what language you're talking about. I'm sorry. I kind of almost want to save this to some degree. Well, in fact, maybe I can do this. Control Shift S. Blue faced fusion. Let's try that out. Where does one even start in getting into this? It's a good question. It depends on like what you want to do with AI. If you want to do what you're saying right here, specifically, you're going to want to look into Touch Designer because that's the name of this program. And it's really, really cool, obviously. Let's try 0.5. Oh. Is just Touch Designer running? Yes, this is currently just Touch Designer. Okay, that's too much displacement. Let's do 0.05. Oops, I keep changing the wrong value. There we are. Let's try something new now. Let's try a word. Let's try hi. And various plugins, perhaps. And I don't think plugins, but definitely a custom node. I'm using a node in here called Stream Diffusion TD. It's by .simulate. But I don't think I'm using like any custom plugins aside from that. Let's try train displace all the way down. I want to see what happens if I start morphing this. Ooh, okay, interesting. Interesting. How did you make the auto spaghetti clip? Perfect loop. Oh, Sora has a looping function for the spaghetti one. I don't have limitations, TBH. Thank you, Devin. You're dope too. Oh, you had reached out about a collab, isn't that right? Nice to see you. Hi, hello, Sudhar. How are you? Let's come back a bit here. We will change the steps, the displace back to 0.25. Ooh, look at that. That's really cool. Now we're talking to the underworld. Red and black. Gnarly. Okay, so where were we? We were right here. Now we talking to the underworld, indeed. What is running in the left panel, and is that manipulating what you're doing on the right pane? 100%, yes, definitely. Great question. So what I'm doing at the moment, to simply put it, is I'm drawing the results that you see on the right, just crudely, you know, just basic MS Paint style painting. Let me change the music up. That's a bit too high pitch. There we go. That's fine. But yes, you are correct. That's exactly what's going on here. It's got green hair. It's so cool, man. So sick. Like, can you incorporate a copywritten controversial public figure? Perhaps. I mean, I guess I could try. I don't know if I want. I don't know who to try. Apparently, Instagram thinks I should be watching this. Well, you should. You're in the right place, Corey. Sorry, I'm a noob and try to follow. LOL. This is Touch Designer. What was that? Stream Diffusion node. Yeah, so this is the Stream Diffusion node for Touch Designer. It doesn't come stock with TD. You kind of have to download it after the fact. It's made by a guy called .simulate. At least that's his online tag. And he's really talented, and he wrote a really cool node called Stream Diffusion TD. Well, hey, let's just try it anyway. Let's try. Well, I guess we're in it now. I don't know if I want to go down that path. Let's do beautiful tropical thunderstorm. But does that answer your question about public figures? How are you, Dabby? I'm not sure I know what you mean. This is nice. This is really pretty, actually. Maybe we'll do, so we'll start there. We will erase. Let's just do like a general beachy type of vibe here. Just a really crude beach, you know, just the basic indications of color, because I'm very curious to see what the AI will fill in for us. You know, maybe we'll do like a nice sunset kind of peeking over. And if my drawing skills are pretty crude, that is because I'm using a cursor. I'm not drawing it right now. But hopefully tomorrow I will be. I use your art for my film backgrounds. Never fail to get a comment. Nice. Glad to hear it. That's awesome. What am I watching exactly? You are watching me playing around with Touch Designer, which, among other things, lets you draw whatever you want, and then it uses AI to turn your drawing into weird stuff like this and kind of paint over it and add its own interpretation to it. Like if I type a creepy devil, for example, and slide it down towards the prompt level, it kind of combines what the AI comes up with against what I'm drawing. And the results are usually pretty interesting. A beach with a sunset over the ocean. So if I type that in, okay, it's not as desirable. Not as good as I thought it would be. Well, let's go back to the realistic plants prompt. I'm a big fan of that one. Ooh, try cave art. Ooh, interesting. Like hieroglyphics and stuff. This would be a good use case for that. How is the video on the left influencing the drawing? Well, it's influencing it by... I don't know if that's... I think maybe the better question I would ask is like, how is the AI influencing the thing that I'm drawing? Honestly, I don't know how any of this works, dude. I just know like a little bit about Touch Designer. I know how to plug in certain custom nodes that allow for this, like Stream Diffusion. I don't know what sorcery is going on under the hood. Something weird, though. Can I use your videos and post them on my page? Is that okay? I don't know. People kind of do that a lot to me, and I have mixed feelings about it. I mean, I suppose if you tag me, I would prefer you add at least some kind of remix or meaningful transformation to it, but if you really must, I would really, really ask that you at least tag me, because people take my stuff all the time without tagging me, so it kind of sucks. Better question, wizardry, yes. Sorcery, what sorcery is this? Beautiful. What GPU am I using? I'm using an NVIDIA 4090. I agree, the frame rate is pretty decent for what it is. Draw a cat. Good point. I should draw a cat, shouldn't I? Let me try a cat. It's a friendly little cat. And maybe I'll type that in for the prompt as well. Cute furry cat. So maybe we'll take orange. We'll do like an orange tabby or something. Something relatively cute and basic. It's weird looking. Forgot what program I was using, but it had blocked Trump from being used as a prompt. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. A lot of them do. Around the time. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Please am interested. It's quite hypnotic, yes. I would say that it is. Let's try and play with the levels here. Ooh, cool. Okay, so here's what it looks like all the way over. Let's actually type in orange tabby. Whoa, trippy. So it's able to kind of like identify the location of the eyes and ears pretty well. And then do its own thing with it. I'm gonna mix up the music here. This is boring the hell out of me. Let's see what other people are. No, let's actually make our own. Actually, let's fill this in all the way. Let's see what happens if we just fill that in. Like so. It can really refine details of your imagination or thoughts, otherwise difficult to explain or put into words. Yeah, 100%. That's what I'm saying. This is like kind of a game changer for people who can't draw. Saw people stacking 4 4090s for this. Dang, that's crazy. I want to get on that setup. That sounds crazy. Okay, we'll do a little nose there. Cute. Pretty interesting. Yeah, it's more of a dog than cat. How do I connect Touch Designer to Diffusion? Well, there's a custom node that I'm using called Stream Diffusion TD, which stands for Touch Designer, and I would highly recommend looking into it. Stream Diffusion. Are you going to post this entire video on YouTube or something? I'm just now joining. Yeah, this should be backed up to my YouTube page pretty shortly here after I conclude the stream. It's just youtube.com/Bennett Waisbrun or @Bennett Waisbrun. Same as my Instagram handle. And yeah. Oh, look at it. It's so cool seeing it go back and forth. That's really cool. What if I type a cartoon cat? That's even better, I think. Yeah, look at that. That's cool. That's interesting. Oxgas put my hallucinations into a description or drawing. Ooh, sometimes I wish I could use. Man, this is like your calling then. If that's the kind of stuff that you're into making or that you like to create, you know, art creatively, then I would definitely encourage you to get into some of this. Just as far as like trippy, hallucinatory, psychedelic visuals, nothing compares to AI. Like this stuff taps into some weird places. That's all I'm gonna say. Please enable the tag option. I can't tag you. Oh, is that right? I thought I had it enabled. I'll look into that. It might only be enabled for like followers or something like that. I don't know, but I'll take a look. Well, this turned out pretty good. It's at 19 steps. Pretty good spot here. If I turn it up a bit, it gets closer to my drawing, and further away, it gets closer to the AI. Let's do something weird. Let me see some of my other prompts that I've kind of saved over time. Just something interesting. Ooh, this could be interesting. Dripping tower of misaligned. Ooh, yeah, let's try that out. Oh no. Whoa. Oh man. What in the heck? I'm gonna need to make sure that some of this is safe for work. I think it is, though. I think it is. Oh, that was nothing. Suno's not giving me very good results tonight. You guys ever use Suno for music? Sometimes it just spits out a song that's 20 seconds long, and it's like, what is this? This is not what I asked for. Oh, look how creepy that is. Look at that. That's terrifying. Oh, that's horrific. Yes. Yeah, this is nightmare fuel. Can I use Comfy UI for this? You can. There is an implementation. Something combining Comfy UI with Touch Designer. I haven't explored it, but I've seen people incorporate Comfy in some kind of way into Touch Designer. Again, they do kind of different things at the end of the day, but there's clearly potential for crossover here. Like, for example, this is a diffusion model and it uses the same models that Comfy uses, so definitely there is some crossover. But yeah, I would look up like a Comfy UI inside of Touch Designer, that kind of thing. Your drawings are beautiful. Hey, thank you so much. That's very nice of you. Okay, this 42 seconds again, really. These are not very long. Down tempo. Lo-fi chill beats. What is that? Running through my fingers. These aren't even lo-fi. What the heck is Suno doing? Okay, let's wait for it to generate something new. Okay, let's play with the steps a little more. Creepy, creepy, creepy. Let's play with the prompt a bit. We'll go with this one, maybe. Oh, man. Terrifying. Chocolate cake. Well, thank you, Akshath. I appreciate your support. Reason I also agree this would assist me is because something I created earlier came almost close to a hallucination. Ooh, interesting. I would love to know like which piece you're referring to in showing what the schizo looks like. Schizophrenia. Wow, that's really interesting. That's very interesting. I'd love to know like what piece you're referring to. Just had a great idea for your page. Look at the enemies for the game Sons of the Forest. They got all sorts of mutated limbs and whatnot. Looks like the content you already had. Nice. Is that survival game that came out like a year or two ago? I gotta check that out. I think my friend was telling me about that. I'll definitely look into that. Let me see. Sons of the Forest enemies. Just curious now. Oh, sick. Okay, yeah. No, I see exactly what you're talking about now. That's hilarious. Yeah, no, that's pretty spot on. Oh, body horror. What would I do without body horror? Nope. Oh my god. That's so cursed. Love your vids, bro. Keep up the work. Thank you very much. Your support means a lot to me. This is crazy looking. Look at that. Dude, honestly, I could just look at this and like be entertained. Like, I don't need a lot of external stimuli beyond what you're seeing right here. This is like captivating my attention as much as needed. I'm really curious in how close I could get being able to. I mean, honestly, you could probably get pretty close the better you get with these tools. It'll never like be one-to-one, I don't think, but just aesthetically and thematically, I think you can get pretty darn close. I mean, at least as far as what I know and have seen and understood about like the psychedelic realm and just altered states of consciousness, this does a pretty impeccable job at nailing that look. Do you need to keep drawing, or you can actually leave the room and it will still continue? Yeah, I could literally leave the room and it would keep doing what it's doing right here. I'm not doing anything right now. I'm just kind of chatting with you guys and talking. At least 90% accurate. Yeah. Your work's amazing. Thank you, Chris. That's very nice of you. How about we try drawing something else entirely? Ooh, it's kind of cool just looking at the cursor. Like, I don't even have to draw anything, but look what the cursor is doing just by moving it around. That's really cool. Whoa. Cool. Whoa. Pretty cool, man. Pretty freaking cool. Let's try delicious avocados. Really cool. What's the topic here? Which software? The software is called Touch Designer, and I'm playing around with a node called Stream Diffusion, which lets me turn my drawings into weird AI animations in real time, which is really cool. And again, not just my drawings, but like literally like videos, like this right here, you know? Hang on. Yeah, like right there. So if I switch this over, it literally takes the footage of the flamingo and starts manipulating it in real time, which is so cool. Yeah, check that out. It's turning avocados into flamingos. There's a reason I choose. Oh, wow, that's fascinating. So you actually find like redeeming qualities about the experience from like a consciousness level, and you are interested in actually exploring it. That's super courageous and intrepid. I don't blame you, frankly. The mind is a very strange gallery of unusual sights to see. And although I haven't taken any kind of mind-altering substances in quite some time, I still am very fascinated by what the mind is capable of. And what is this frickin' music? My goodness. Yeah, you see, I typed lo-fi. This is not lo-fi, Suno. Thank you, though. I appreciate the effort. Let's try and see what this gives us. Okay, cool. Lo-fi. Maybe it just thinks lo-fi is like low fidelity, just the straight definition of it, not necessarily like the lo-fi beats trend on YouTube, but what are you gonna do? Yeah, this is mega trippy. Mega trippy. Maybe I can do a different video. Let's see what else I have to play with. Ooh, this could be a good one. Let's do this one. There we go. Now we're talking. Oh, cool. Scooter Braun's twin. Scooter Braun. Not sure who that is. There we go. Just reorganizing my nodes. You're literally speaking words I've said before. The mind is a powerful thing. Yeah. Yes. Yes, it's very powerful and strange and weird, and a lot of people don't have any interest in actually exploring it, which is very interesting, especially if this is the one life we get. It's like, well, you don't want to explore the boundless horrors that the mind holds. I mean, I guess I get it. Psychedelics can be terrifying. But really, like, people who just write it off completely and just willfully go through all of their life without even showing any curiosity in it is so confusing to me. Pretty awesome. Hey, I have a question. Have you ever incorporated yourself in these things? I have not. Have I? Actually, maybe I have. Oh, yes, I have. I've uploaded some videos on my Instagram using my face. Yeah, I trained a video Laura using my face and made some pretty weird, trippy looking things. Actually, I think I could do a video device in. Maybe this would bring in my. Okay, let's see how this actually looks. This could be kind of fun, folks. Let's see what we got. So we're going to plug this in now. Oh boy. Now we're talking. Hello. That's creepy. Let's actually move this over to here. I'm going to move some windows around for a second. You guys, give me a sec. Bear with me. Okay. Let's move this over like that. Okay, and then we'll do the same here. We'll do the same here. Okay. Cool. Now then. Now we're talking. Creepy. Creepy. Crazy. How do you decide what sound effects to use in your videos, and are they you making? Yeah, I make a lot of the sounds myself. Well, I mean, I pretty much make all of them myself, but it depends if I'm using my microphone or if I'm generating them on the computer. Sometimes I'll use a platform like 11 Labs, which is a really cool AI platform for making just quick little sound effects like footsteps or ocean waves or something. But then I use other websites too, like Artlist and YouTube and stuff. And there's a lot of places I source my audio from. But I pretty much like meticulously stitch all of the audio into my video. I realize, of course, I'm answering a normal question while the thing on screen right now is completely insane. So forgive the contrast. If it wasn't manageable and it became a burden to decipher the difference between reality or not, because paranoia. Yes, it seems like there's varying degrees of that, and if it were too much of a burden, I think it wouldn't be as exciting or interesting if you're kind of lost at sea, so to speak. That would not be a pleasant experience. But if it's just enough to where you can kind of like dip your toes in the waters of psychedelia and just sort of enjoy it from that perspective. This is tripping me out, you guys. I've never done this before with my own video footage. Really weird. Whoops. Let's do this. And steps. Whoa. That's so weird. I love it. Creepy. Oh man, look at that. Hello. Trippy. Also, what video of yours would you say is the first one that went viral? Your first video that made you say, my stuff is trying. Great question. I think the one that really took off in the beginning that made me say, oh shit, there's actually something here. I don't know how to name it, like how to call it out. I could show it to you if I scrolled back far enough in my feed, but it's basically one of my earlier facial morphing videos where it kind of goes from like a skull into another skull and they kind of like morph and mutate. Back in like May or June of last year, I think is when I posted it, and that's when it really started making sense to keep going. Bro, this will be recorded on your YouTube channel. Yeah, this will definitely be on my YouTube channel if all goes well. It should auto archive after the stream ends. So you can just head to my channel, youtube.com/BennettWaysburn, @BennettWaysburn, and it should be in my live tab. So if we kind of hop over to YouTube here and search Bennett Waysburn, you'll find me right here, my account, and you'll want to hit the live tab. Are you guys seeing this? Yeah, I think you are. So there's a live tab here, and this is where you should be able to find the stuffs, the deals. Is this your only job, social media content maker, or do you have another one? Thanks for answering. Yeah, so I mean, this is one of my main jobs now. I do work with clients as well. I do a lot of kind of AI videos and stuff for musicians and other artists and companies, all kinds of people who want AI videos. I'm very fortunate to have a pretty engaged client base. But yeah, Instagram as well is definitely one of my businesses. I take my Instagram pretty seriously. You do this using AI. Yeah, what you're seeing right here is it's using a diffusion model to reinterpret the results as a monster, or whatever I want it to be, really. If I type something else, such as realistic plants, we'll paste that in right there. It'll turn me into plants. Weird plants and stuff. That's actually really cool. Ooh, that's really cool. Look at that. Very, very cool. Really trippy. How many videos did you make till you made it viral? Was I happy? Yes, I've been very happy as I've been building out my Instagram. And I would say I made a few hundred videos before I finally went pretty viral. It's hard to say, actually, how many posts I made before I actually went viral. I'd have to go back and look a bit. But I think it was like the first 1 or 200 or something like that. It could have been less. Did you play around with different models and stream Diffusion? No, I just kind of been playing with the one that's out of the box. I should definitely play with some other models, though. I have a lot of them installed for Comfy. And this uses the same models as Comfy UI, basically, so I should definitely play with some other models. What are your prices for commission? It really depends, my friend. As far as commission rates, we'd have to kind of like discuss the needs of the project and go from there. But, you know, you're more than welcome to reach out to me, and I'd love to discuss it with you. Here's a good question. Why do you think your skull morphing videos made it viral? Why do I think that? Good question. I guess it like resonated with people at a certain time and place. And it's kind of unsettling to look at. It makes your skin crawl. And those things tend to do pretty well as far as virality is concerned. Kind of like a train wreck you can't look away from. But there was also a mesmerizing element to it as well. Very psychedelic and otherworldly. I think plays a big role as well. And AI is very good at otherworldly aesthetics. Me, I am based out of California. Los Angeles. Can we assume that you will share some tutorials how to make such nice stuff? Well, I have a growing catalog of tutorials on my YouTube page. Nothing related to what you see here. This is all very new and cutting edge for me, this stuff on stream. But I do have some existing tutorials on YouTube. It's kind of sparse offerings at the moment, but I would like to grow that over time. A horror film producer in the making. That sure would be interesting, wouldn't it? It would be fun to make a horror movie. I would love that. This is trippy as hell. Oh, man, we've been going for an hour and a half already. Super trippy, isn't it? And again, guys, I could feed in any video I wanted. It doesn't just have to be my webcam. We can make it the video source again. We'll do that. We'll switch it over to... We have a number of different sources. We can go back to our drawing if we want. Like so. And we can continue to draw various different elements. Really cool. But let's switch back to the video input. Where is that? Do I still have it plugged in? No, I guess I should. What's that exclamation mark? Resolution error. That's okay. But what about... Okay, well, I'm gonna delete that. Oh no. How can I connect this back up? There we go. There we go. This is kind of a janky thing to manage, isn't it? That's okay. We're having fun. I can't imagine how this would be going if I didn't have an NVIDIA 4090. What hardware components are you using? Oh, speak of the devil. Yes, I'm using an NVIDIA 4090, which I think is buckling under some of this pressure. So if you want to do anything like this, especially while live streaming, definitely make sure you have a good setup. Everything logs then reverse back and forth, so maybe? That sounds pretty crazy. 2 questions. Is that really you making the sound effects? Yeah, that was me in the spaghetti video. That was me doing weird mouth effects and stuff. Recreate it right now. I don't think I will go too far with that, but there's a little sampling for you. Hello, I wish you make them an easy tutorial. Yeah, I should get more into the tutorial space. I know I should be slapping something like that together. I do plan on it, but at the moment, especially what you see here, there is no tutorial that I offer with this. But you can find it. You can find tutorials about this on YouTube if you search for, like, I forget what I searched for. It was like Touch Designer, Stream Diffusion, iPad. You know, those are your keywords. So that should more or less take you to the tutorial on this. What is this music? Hello, Tom Bag, how are you? Let's type a basket of juicy strawberries and fruit. That's pretty cool. Groaning in the Hippo Man walking video? Yeah, that's me too. I like doing the groaning noises and stuff. I don't know why. They're just fun. It's just a lot of fun doing stuff like that. Hello, resident Andy, how are you? Let's play with a different video. Let's see what else we have here. So many to choose from. Ooh, maybe the hand face? That's too big. Let's see. There we go. There we go. Ooh, that's a cool one. Oh, that's cool. Interesting, eh? Would you say it's usually one take when doing the sound effects, or do you spend a while? Definitely not the first take most of the time. I do a lot of takes over and over. I am obsessively a perfectionist, which can be a drag at times, but I guess as far as the art is concerned, it's desirable. But I can get pretty lost in the process of redoing things over and over until I'm perfectly satisfied. Sometimes the sound effect comes out pretty good on the first or second try, but it's not common. This is like super zoomed in, which is not a huge deal, but it's just an observation. I could probably change that though, but I'm not gonna mess with it. Let's do a creepy zombie with hands all over its face. What does that get us? Ooh. So it's interesting to type a prompt that matches loosely what's happening in the input. So because this already looks like a face with hands all over, it's an interesting idea to try and type a similar prompt to go with it. It doesn't have to be the same prompt, but it's interesting to try and match it up. So this is like kind of what it looks like without any influence, kind of just the AI's doing. And then as I scale it up a bit to match my input video, the closer the closer it gets to the original, as you can see. So it's kind of a sweet spot somewhere in the middle where we really have some fun, you know? Oh, that's kind of epileptic. Oh man, look at that. That's crazy. That's trippy as heck. Really creepy. Okay, that's creeping me out a little too much. Let's go back to another prompt. Always defaulting back to the plants. Ooh, look at that. That's kind of cool. Interesting. Very interesting. Did I know that I'm followed by Joe Rogan? Yes, I did. He followed me a few months ago. Very, very flattering. That was a crazy day when that happened. I'm like, oh my god, did that seriously? That was crazy. What software is this? This is called Touch Designer. Touch Designer. And it's really, really weird and cool. Let's see what else we can do here. This could be kind of cool. A peaceful nighttime scene. Let's do that one. A peaceful... That's pretty cool. I think I'm going to wrap it up here in a minute, you guys. I'm tired. Can it produce cartoony stuff? It certainly can. A cartoon with thick lines and bright colors. Kinda did it. I don't know. You'd have to play with it a lot. There's a lot of settings I'm not messing with too much here. Too much with here. Did I go to school for this type of stuff, or how did I discover a talent in AI? Well, I didn't go to school for this. I went to school for communications, but I've always been into the arts. I've always wanted to make things creatively, so as far as any of this goes, I'm completely self-taught, you know? I wonder what it would do if you used made-up word combinations. I've played with that a lot. That's a good observation. Maybe I'll just use chat GPT to come up with like a random prompt. Come up with a random prompt from nonsensical words and letters. Blorblastic Glibberwonk oscillates through the gelatinous void, dripping neon fractals onto a sentient trombone. Nice. Hell yeah. And just as expected, it's gobbledygook. But you know what we can do is we can go over to an actual image generator like Midjourney and see what we get by typing that in. A weird random collection of words. Midjourney, create, and let's see what we get. I enjoy your nightmares immensely. I'm very happy to hear that. Thank you. I enjoy my nightmares too. Nice. Cool. Yeah, it's pretty random. My girlfriend's the one who showed me your stuff. Can you give a shout out to Olivia and Brody? Sure. Hello, Olivia and Brody. How are you? How are y'all doing? She'll get a kick out of it when I see her this weekend. Good, good. I'm glad. And so, where else can we take this from here? This is really pushing me to want to learn more Touch Designer. This is crazy stuff, you guys. Again, my knowledge on this program is fairly limited beyond what you're seeing here, and already this is pretty cool, and you can already do a lot with this workflow, but if you've seen some of the stuff I've seen with what people do on Touch Designer, man, there is some deep potential here for weirdness and visual delights. Hello, Poppy, how are you? Thanks for being so personal answering stuff. You're very welcome. My pleasure, man. Take care. Oh, you're very welcome. D Kate. Is it Kate? I'm super happy to answer your questions and hear your story, and it's been a real honor having you here. Ditto to what DK just said. Oh, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Love from India. Love right back to you, buddy. Ask chat to tell you something crazy you didn't know about Touch Designer. That's a good idea. Let's give that a shot. We'll open up chat. Tell me something crazy that I didn't know about Touch Designer. Here's something crazy you probably didn't know. You can use it to hijack and manipulate live video feeds from your webcam, phone, or even drones in real time using Spout, Siphon, or NDI. I don't know what any of that means. Effectively turning your visuals into an augmented reality war zone of glitch and distortion. Yeah, I mean, we've kind of already seen some of that tonight here with me plugging in my webcam to manipulate it in Touch Designer. So chat was wrong. I did actually know that. Caitlin, for sure. Beautiful name. Pleasure to meet you. Hello, Modi Nadim. How are you? Alright, I'm tapping out, you guys. I am tired. But boy, was this fun. Quite a departure from my normal streams, eh? We're going to be doing a lot more of this, I think, especially once I get the iPad plugged in. That's going to be a lot of fun. Should have the cables for that later today. Or tomorrow, I mean. But until then, I'll see you guys when I see you. Hopefully tomorrow. Wonder if you can plug in audio to visual output. Yes, that's actually one of TD's strengths, is taking music and songs and turning it into visuals or syncing it up with visuals. That's one of the strong suits of Touch Designer, so definitely. Alrighty, guys. I gotta wrap it up. Lovely to have you, lovely to meet you, and I love you very, very much. Have a great night, okay? Peace.